Hi, the career that I chose is a child specific adoption recruiter, um, which basically means that you work for an adoptions agency and you contact um, people in social services who work in the foster care system, and you are looking for children who are wards of the state. So that means that their parents have forfeited their legal rights, and these children are eligible for adoption. And you work with the social workers to find children who would like to be adopted. And you're more on the prospective parents' side, so you work for the adoptions agency, and you're not an adoptions specialist, you're the recruiter. So you work for the prospective parents to try and match them up with eligible children from foster care. So you find children, you meet with them, you do adoption assessment profiles, and then you pass your profile and your recommendations off to your adoption specialist, and then they work with the caseworker for that specific child and the parents, and then they all work on the adoption together. So you're just doing the recruiting and trying to find these children who would like adoptive families. You can do this job part-time or full-time. Part-time pay here in Texas is around $11,000 a year, and full-time is up to $90,000. That's usually with a few years of experience. Starting salary is about $50,000 a year, so that's not bad, but within a few years you can be up around 90, so that's also good. To have this job, you can have a degree in social services, psychology, counseling, or the marriage and family studies degree. You just have to prove that you have child development classes, so you'd have to submit your transcripts just to prove that you have taken some psychology and have some knowledge of child development. It seems like there's a lot of agencies around, actually. The laws here have changed recently regarding being a foster parent. So before, you could just sign up to be a foster parent, or you could do foster to adopt, or you could just do adopt through foster care. So there's 3 different designations when you went through your foster parent training. But now they're changing it in a lot of places to just be foster to adopt. And if you're not willing to potentially adopt, you cannot qualify to be a foster parent anymore. This isn't everywhere, and this is new, and it's just in some places, but they're trying to have children in foster care move around a lot less, so they want them to go into one home that would potentially adopt them. So on the foster care end, they're trying to get a lot of people who want to adopt. And so this is sort of the other end of it, where they're finding parents who want to adopt but can't find a child. And so you're finding the child through foster care for them. So in the next 2 to 5 years, because they're changing things over and they want things to be a lot more permanent for foster children, this is actually a career that could have a lot of growth coming up in the next few years, because they're really noticing that there are a lot of children who age out of foster care and don't have a lot of opportunities, so they're really trying to find them families and see what they can do about that. So on the social services side, they're trying to promote adoption a lot more instead of just fostering. And then on the adoption side, they're really encouraging adopting from foster care as opposed to going for, infants and things like that, kind of more encouraging people to adopt older children. So this is actually like a really interesting job that I found. It can be a little stressful because you are dealing with sensitive issues like children who don't have parents, and if you can't find a good fit for them, that's always sad for children to not have a family and to stay in the system, longer than you would like. But it can also be very, very rewarding because you can help create new families. So yeah, this is a good option that I found that I had never heard of before, and it is one that you could support a family on as a single income household. So yeah, that's great. Thanks.